Okay, Twitch seems to be quite happy. So let's get on with it. I have to say this menu is a bit depressing. Reminds me very much of Rime, which I found incredibly disappointing on PS3. They showed us some nice mechanics, and then that was it. A couple of one-off puzzles, and then it was pretty much over. Let's hope this whole level isn't going to be solid Rime. So the cutscene between yesterday's part and this one briefly showed the red-caped guy falling off the boat, and obviously the red cape fluttered back into this boy's hands. So the cape we're wearing is from our fathers, maybe, or a stranger? We don't know. But we know nothing more than that, so let's keep going. Now this army of bipeds we released, or woke up, I'm not sure how you describe it, at the end of the last part. I guess they've brought us across a small sea to take us here. We look kind of scared. Okay. Okay, so my shouting does still work. Those flames are not bothered by the water. Meant to go here? Is this a secret? Ah, okay, it's a secret. I have to say I've not found as many of these as I expected to. And that's just generally for all the collectibles for this. Can't go that one. Okay, let's go back. I'm entirely sure what that's saying. Beyond the fox leading us into that central thing. That's going to have a one-way monster step, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I can jump up there. Why would I go? This fella's following us. Let's just check over there, see if there's something to do. So, is that just a? Yeah, okay, it's a reflection off the water. Nowhere to go there. They've gone, so let's continue. Can't imagine lighting those braziers is going to do anything, because I can't shout at that one up there. So I guess we go this way. That's interesting. It's a thinker, and the fox is sat on it. Can I? Okay, he's going around the rear. Okay, I guess I can jump down there, but let's not do that just yet. That looks like water that we can get into. Don't seem to be able to climb that at all. The ledges aren't close enough together. Huh. One of the few small cutscenes where they've taken control of this mid-level. Now that diagram had us going between two groups of, I don't know what we call these. Should we just call them shadow walkers or something? I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to look like, but the colours look mildly like an oil slick reflection. They're distorted, they don't look right. Okay, the fox. I guess we can't. Is that where we came in? Or is that somewhere else? It doesn't look as familiar. Okay, can't go that way. This one's waiting for us, I guess. That looks very much one way, so let's just explore this bit first. Can we go up here? Okay, so not that way. It just goes back down. I have to say, if there's one effect in games that tickles me funnily, it's rain. Absolutely fine with snow, fine with wind. Rain, it just makes all the hairs on my arms stand up. So I have a feeling this is a bad idea, but it might just be a loop we have to go back to. But... Huh. Okay, so we jump up here, jump backwards. Come on, there we go. I find it quite odd that this game lets you stand up on the smallest of small ledges. Because doing enough mountain climbing, I realised that even when I was young, when I was quite slender, you still have body parts that get in the way while you're trying to do that. Oh wow, okay. Do we want to be standing out here? Probably not. So that's where we were. So what is this? Excuse me. More jumping. Then a backwards jump. There we go. Another dead-end door. There are a lot of those arches that have a door that should reveal something, but we don't give an we're not given an opportunity to open them. Okay, so I can see that there. What's... Huh. This looks ominous, I have to say. Oh, so we're directly above the thinker. Okay. So we're pretty much halfway through that set of collectibles. But to know what they reveal, if they even do that. Right, so this is the path I said we wouldn't be able to climb. It turned us. That's rather a nice diversion. Wow. I knew it was doing something. Is it going to split in half? Yes. Oh, cool. So these two are going to keep going. Yeah. They don't have obvious split. That's weird. It's like it's actually part of the door now. Which makes sense. There are enough perspective puzzles in here where it combines objects together. when we interact with them. Is this... I'm not liking how bad the game looks in really dark spots. It looks kind of... I mean, it might just be because this is an LCD and it's really making the blacks look bad, but yeah. Right, okay, so we might have to jump here. You see? It's going back. I can't go that way. I don't see any jumping points, so maybe... Oh. Well, that's kind of them. It's almost as if they know I need help. I wonder what controls them. You know, whether they're completely independent or driven by... Okay. I thought I saw something. So is this one going to stand to let us... No, okay. I thought that might be wide enough to... Oh, there's Foxy. It's kind of cute how he looks in contrast to everything else, but... Okay. Huh. So I guess we can't parkour down there. That was a Nathan Drake jump if I ever saw one. Huh. Okay, I can't move at the moment. Gotta say, it's kind of odd. I guess it's to stop us being crushed to death by that slab. So that would go back to where we were. We can't go that way. Okay, let's... That's definitely a wet-looking fox looking drab. Actually looks kind of fennicky there. You know, long ears, sweat back. Okay. Kind of surprised there's not been more toys to pick up. Oh, okay, yeah. It's nice as an audio indication, because I wouldn't have noticed that happening if it hadn't got. Okay, so we're going to have each one help us navigate to where we're going. Onwards, this way. I fear at some point they're going to take this one away from me, and I'm going to have to free it somehow. Or it's going to break, and we have to wake it up by finding an orb or something. I can't imagine it just being a linear escort mission through this. Ah, a toy. Well, so that's the first one. Okay, so that's on the Shadow Walkers being rained on. So for the really odd camera pan, sometimes I'm just looking around corners as I'm walking forwards. So why does this one not want to help us? Or is it just it doesn't want to get split? No, friend, don't do it. I mean, if If it's their purpose. See, the face of that fox is a bit funky. Okay, so this room looked like it had 3 distinct rings. Oh, that's weird. Ooh. Okay, I nearly missed that one. Nearly booked it right up. Okay, I don't know there's much to... So there's something in there to shout at. Okay, there's more of these creatures. Now, are these the ones that aren't bothered by us, or very bothered by us? Oh, okay. So I've got right, so this is like the fox at the start of the game. I have a feeling they're going to... Oh, they are going to walk towards me, so... Come on. Sorry, I was hitting the button. Now, if these are the scary ones, they can grapple me from a reasonable distance. Oh, does the fox have to do it? Okay. There's one there. One there. Where's the 4th one? So maybe in the middle of that. Oh. Whew. They do not look happy. Okay, how do I... I guess there's a seesaw there that we... What on earth is that? Okay, can't jump on that. Maybe we'll just jump on it. No. Can't shout. Aha. So this is where we jump from up here onto it to break it. Huh. So is the water going to stop? And then, of course, there's nothing in there. Okay. Well, that was a interesting puzzle, at least. How you doing, Foxy? Go for it. Thank you. Ah, I thought I saw something. Ooh. My death. I saw my death. Is it not a thing? It is just... Huh. It's just a very weak flame. Right. So apparently there's one back there. I guess I couldn't see that one earlier. Every time I run into a wall and he falls over backwards, I find it hilarious, and I don't know why. It's cute they've put that in there. So we've got to jump behind us, I guess. We've got to do a bunch of jumping. Right, okay. So, I guess that way over there? But does that mean there are other paths to other things a bit later? I'm trying to think, where does that jumping take? Where else could it... I mean, I guess it... up over there, maybe? Is it worth jumping back? Will this kill me? Well, it didn't, so I guess that's good. So let's try and go this way. Okay, I can't go... Wow, okay. So, well, let's get to up here. I guess there's a secret, is there? Oh, a boat. Okay. That's not a doorway. Now, how does that benefit us? Jumping up there. Does it at all? I don't believe it does, so... Okay. Avoiding these as much as I can, just in case it triggers something. I do see that there looks like there's a corridor over there that I should probably look at. Okay, so this should introduce some water to this section. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, okay, it's just a doorway. Huh. Looks like we've got more jumping puzzles. Ah! Now does this just break them, I guess? That just seems rude. There's one there, there's one here. Well, I see there's a blank wall there, so we wouldn't be able to pass even if we hadn't done that. But, okay, let's... Can we jump over to... No, okay. Can't jump to that. Okay, it looks like we do have to go. There's a light there. Are those lit ones or unlit ones? I thought it always only lit the ones in the distance we hadn't triggered. So I'm just a bit confused by that at the moment. So I assume jumping on here will bring down the platform I'm on, and then we have to climb a different set of paths. No, okay. My expectations were wrong. Oh my. That's just announcing the battery on the controller needs charging. But we should be good for half an hour. Doesn't help that my phone didn't manage to charge earlier when it was plugged in, so that's plugged into the same USB cable. Right, so let's trigger this. So I might just change them from black to white or something. That's all 4 done now, so that's going to kill us. Oh dear. I mean, didn't I trigger most of them? Is that a no? Maybe I've misunderstood what I meant to be doing. Well, that's definitely lit already. Oh, really? Did we have to shout at it? Oh. Well, the fox hasn't needed to shout at anything to wake up before I shadowed it before, so I wouldn't have known that. So that's kind of frustrating. I guess I should have twigged when it went from black to green and not green to doing one of those light orbs that waft away to go trigger something. Is it this way? I guess that now makes it obvious why I was confused that it was still lighting up the ones I hadn't activated. It was because I hadn't activated them. Wait, where is this one? Oh, here. I do like this game, but I find an awful lot of the puzzles require navigation over reasonably large areas, which makes it frustrating, the amount of time it takes to complete. Right, let's go this way. We've not done the backwards route before. I think if the boy just walked a bit quicker and could navigate, you know, jump, turn around and the rest roll much quicker, I'd be far more content with it. It just feels a bit plodding, if that makes sense. And I know that seems a bit negative, but I don't know. There are quite a lot of games to me that need to justify why they take so long, like Minecraft. I understand they need the different levels of tools to have a progression system. It means that when you die, if you had expensive items, there's more need for recovering that. So it reinforces looking after the things you have spent time to obtain. But on top of that, if mining stone takes 3 seconds with a stone axe or something, and then takes 2 with an iron one, what if they reduced those all by half? So you'd spend half the amount of time staring at mining. That's all. There are many ways that games could be improved by just not spending your time, because there are only so many hours you can spend gaming in your life. And while things like Minecraft are enjoyable, they definitely milk time up. Right, so we're looking for the 4th and final, which is over this direction. Should I go that way or this way? I went that way initially, didn't I? With the temporal work they do on this, the rain, you can see it's ghosting. It's very interesting how they've managed to minimise the ugliness that it could leave on the screen. But I think that's an awful lot of work that Timothy Lotsenko did on Unreal, on anti-aliasing and the rest. So you can see that when I tilt the camera away, you've got the white edge when I'm moving forwards. It leaves quite a few extra white pixels on the screen. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but I know that's because most of it's sampling previous frames. Right, so that should be that done now. So we have to go back to the main area. Please don't do something to me. This looks a bit busy at the moment. Oh, can we go up here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's smart. Whoop. Guess I can't, no. Right, so I guess, do we shout at this now that all 4 are activated? Oh, that's not all. Shout at that one. There we go. So what's this going to do? I assume it means the fox is going to be able to leave a trail for us to imperviously walk through the shadow walkers. Oh wow, so we've killed our fox. Okay, we're a statue now, are we? Do I have to do something here? Is moving doing that? I'm moving the left stick now. There we go. Huh. So the black figure earlier in the game with the red cape was the same figure we threw off. Oh wow. It has limbo eyes. So do we shout? Do we walk? Do they respect us? Are they not going to touch us, I guess? Do they think we're dead? What's this? Who comes here? Okay. That's weird. Am I meant to just jump here? Unlike the rest of the game, there were no white markings on any of these stones to tell me I can jump on them, which it's a bit confusing when they've made sure that I know that surfaces are climbable with white markings. You've got to be all in or don't do it at all. Right, let's go up. Did I really just jump sideways then? Okay, so this should let water in, I guess? Apparently I can't jump on it. I can't shout, okay, now I can. Oh right, so... Huh! Light, okay. And that's shown us other parts, okay. Right. Do you think the water that's down there will let us jump off into it without killing us? Apparently, yes. It is possible. I haven't seen any other exits from here, so I imagine that that's it for picking secret stuff up. Unless there's going to be stuff off adjacent rooms up here. I have a feeling the other chains aren't... Yeah, I'm going to have to go through a different way to get that one. Right. Nothing on there. There's number 2. Is that more light, I guess? Oh, I see there's a sloped platform there. Yep. So we drop down, drop, yeah. Drop. I do wish an awful lot of climbing games would consider momentum to encourage players not to make massive jumps like that, because I don't think you'd actually be able to catch yourself like that. I mean, it would be bloody hard for someone to read what they would be able to grab on. They wouldn't. But then, isn't that what we do in real life anyway? Okay, so I've got to grapple on this chain, I guess. If I could see. Okay. Can I walk on this without falling to my death? Yes. This is kind of tricky because the chain's slightly green and I'm completely blank. And it was really hard to read. Okay, so lots of light now. So now we're Light Boy. I love the reflection. So are we not dead anymore? So it seems that we have a block here. Do we just stand on it, I guess, and be a Light Boy? Okay, so I see it's mirrored up and down. Oh, are we just going to jump in that? Oh, it's the other way around. Now we're going down. Whoop. Now why did it do that? It felt like our character jumped Dear Esther style into the pit. So we are going upwards on the underside of these steps. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why or what this means. Also, collectibles. Are there any? Screen space reflections, I hate them. I mean, they're cheap, so they add reflections, but all the behaviours they have I dislike. Right, so I guess we just keep going? I say let's get a screenshot. It's a bit of a problem with him being so emissive that it's making the picture hard to read. Yeah, the darker spots, but cool. I wonder why we're on the ceiling though. What's the reasoning or purpose? I don't get it. Is there a metaphor there? Is there a meaning? So I imagine... Huh. So earlier we played this scene out with an old man at the front, fully in black, with a red cape, and we were the boy. I'll hold on to your father or something. Oh, okay. I love the Starfield. Okay, is this an epilogue? Or is it just... Was it just a dream? Is that the notion? Can I go out this window? Nope. What's with the reflective stone in the... Huh. Yeah, I can't, apart from forwards and backwards, I can do nothing. I also can't adjust the camera. Okay, so that was the column I thought we might jump into. And we're jumping into it, okay. Oh, so it's the tower, because we just saw the door lock gold symbol at the top of it. Is this us at a right page? Or the boy? I don't... Or I mean the boy's father. Okay, same house. Yes, they put some interesting details in. It's kind of cool. Like the little curtains. I hate those on cupboards. They're awful. They don't stop dust. They get in the way when you're trying to get stuff out. Bushes look a bit funky, but... So we by the seaside, I hear an awful lot of gulls outside. So I guess this is the boys' room, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what that look is. Okay, there's a toy fox. I cannot read that, it's too small and blurred. Oh, these are the items we picked up. Okay, so I was right calling them toys then, because there were things sat around. They look like boys' toys. Let's put the fox up. It's definitely a fennec, isn't it? Look at those ears. Visually, very, very clean presentation. I really like how the edges are just so crisp. Do I walk back out now? I don't think there's... Huh. Wait, you've got a token of your son and you just want to let go? I've only seen the PS4 pop a trophy twice before, and that's when it couldn't take a screenshot because I was taking a screenshot at the time. So I imagine it's taken a trophy image but not attached it to the trophy. I don't know what to make of that game. I guess they had the idea that, hey, a boy's lost at sea. Let's... I don't know. Was that... What perspective were we playing it as? The boy that's dead? Or the dad wondering where his son is? Where did all those ideas... Those robots, where did they come from? It's maddening. I guess the thing is, if you look at something like Journey, and you think it's very, well, it's a crazy idea, but it's very singly focused on the sort of the rebirth cycle. So it's an endless loop of a journey, dying and then being reborn and doing it again. And the things dotted along the way are, murals of what happened and teachings from elders to young ones. This one I don't know why I was doing most of the things I was doing, apart from it was a game. But I didn't get any concept of why we were doing it, and now to learn that it's probably just... so frustrating. I think the worst thing is, because it was mostly demonstrated from the first area, the first chapter, it makes people think it's a really nice, pleasant platforming experience. And, I mean, it is, but it's more like an open world linear puzzle platformer, I guess you'd say. But there's no complexity there. An awful lot of the puzzles you don't have to think through, it's just, oh right, do this. That's it, it's done. So they're just roadblocks on getting to the story. And the story is... it's not even articulated well. It's a bad story. That's the complete opposite of Edith Finch that I played recently. That the story was the entire reason that compelled me to keep going, because, my god, it's kind of crazy when you describe What Remains of Edith Finch, but how it just masterfully has all these ideas of telling how these people got not distracted in their own deaths, but just it's sort of, I don't know, I'm wittering. You basically delve into what happened when her family members died, and you learn something, and it seems to be told from journal entries, so you get a feeling of what happened. And like this game, it's visually absolutely gorgeous, but that's just a side thing. It's the story and the gameplay that I thought was awesome in Edith Finch. Whereas this, I think the platforming could have been more enjoyable. Just getting from A to B just felt tedious. The whole Fox concept of pulling you around between puzzles made no sense, especially since if that's a toy, why didn't the boat focus on any of that? Why didn't I mean, there were windmills, but they didn't look the same as our toys, so it's not as if the world was sourced from childhood memories or anything. The Shadow Walkers, I guess maybe I needed to find more collectibles or something to give me a sense of what the hell they were. But god damn it, I thought I'd have a bit more closure than just boy's probably dead. Ah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me play through the game in 4 sittings. And that's about it. When the credits are done, I'll stop the stream and I'll upload these to YouTube in a few days. That's it. Yeah, you too, Rime. You too.
Oh.